Hello, this is Rob Wagoner with MyCloudIT, and today I want to show you a few capabilities that MyCloudIT will bring to your remote desktop deployment so that you can automate your deployments as opposed to manually building each one. First thing we do is click on New. Then when we come to remote desktops, it gives us the different kinds of RDS deployments, and I'm going to choose the standard, but the cool part is it shows the architecture that we're going to use. So the standard RDS gives us one gateway and web server, one domain controller that also manages the connection broker, licensing, and such. So because Azure is so resilient, we don't have to have highly available connection brokers and gateway servers and things like that. But if you want them, we also have the highly available solution that you could leverage as well. This architecture also shows that we can have multiple remote session host servers and farm, and of course we connect the Azure data disk so the customer data is stored separately from the session host so we can rebuild them as needed. So let me move back. Now I just select the standard RDS deployment. First thing it asks me for is my subscription. Now as a partner, you can actually put each customer in a separate subscription. That's going to make it a lot easier for accounting and customer management. And then this dynamically starts asking questions based on what we want. You have your choice. You can base your session host off an Azure image that we've pre-built for you, or you can build your own golden image, embed all of your applications, including Office 365, into your golden image, and then deploy that. What I'm going to do here is just choose the Azure image. And now we start naming things. So our RDS deployment name, our public DNS name. The next thing we move down to is select a location. The thing I like about this selector is this actually queries what regions your subscription has access to. So here we can pick a different region and then select a time zone. So the time zone is important because that's the time zone we'll set all your servers to, as opposed to UTC, which is defaulted in Azure. My AD domain name, and then my AD admin username. So we're going to deploy a domain controller. I pointed that out in the architecture. So what admin name and default password do you want to build it with? So we pick our passwords here. Now the other thing is we've chosen to go with the standard Azure image. If you had chosen a gold template, we would ask you here, what version of the OS did you deploy? Windows 8 UI, which is actually Server 2012 R2, or the Windows 10 UI, which is backed by Server 2016. For this one, I'll choose the Windows 10 UI, and I'm just going to pick 4 users. Now we ask, how much storage do you want to allocate per user? So this is the beginning storage. Of course, this is adjustable later on. And then the other capabilities we've added is, do you want to take advantage of premium storage for either your user profile disks or for your session host servers themselves? As you start to scale up, if you noticed here in the user profile disk, if you choose more than 50 users as a beginning build, we'll recommend putting your user profile disks on premium storage. But the other great thing is you can go make any changes you want to this profile before we actually deploy it. So if you want a bigger gateway server or if you want a larger session host, this again enumerates all the virtual machines available to you in the Azure region that you selected. If I go back up here and say I want my session host to have premium storage, then it'll reset this selector and provide just the premium storage capabilities. So I could go right here and choose a DS2. For the sake of this, I'm going to go back and say let's run on spindles. Then I'll go back here and it's defaulted back to a D2. We'll just go with that. Right here we could click on this and estimate costs. We'll have a whole different discussion on that. For now I want to click continue. If we have any billing information we need to enter, we enter it here. We continue. Here is a summary what's about to be created. It says we're going to create the mcit.local. Here are our storage. Here's our number of users. Here's our management and gateway server sizes. The great part about these initial sizes is they're all changeable. After this is deployed, I'll show you how you can make a change on the fly to these so that your deployments can scale up or even scale down if needed. Click Submit. This took us about 5 minutes to define this deployment. Now we're just going to let MyCloudIT go deploy it in the background, and in about 2 hours, you'll see that it's ready to manage. We're going to stop right here, but look at what we've accomplished in the last 5 minutes. We've set up your remote desktop deployment, and in a couple hours, it'll be available for us. Look at the amount of time we've just saved you and all the repetitive tasks you don't have to do anymore. That's all we have today. So thanks for spending time with me, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Until next time, this is Rob Wagoner. Goodbye.